Now, some voters won't have their ballots counted on election night.
So that's because they'll be given a provisional ballot. And new at 5:30 tonight, 10 TV's Kevin Landers joining us in studio to explain why. Kevin.
Well, the Franklin County Board of Elections says it won't turn anyone away from voting, but whether they'll count that ballot, well, that's a different story. The provisional ballots ensure that voters are not denied the right in cases where their eligibility is uncertain. The most common reasons for someone to receive a provisional ballot include failing to register, not eligible to vote at their local precinct, no valid ID, or they failed to update their address on their license. The ballot can only be filled out in person and then is set aside and placed in its own envelope separate from the rest of the ballots. A voter has 4 days after the election to appear at the Board of Election to correct any information. Only after that information on that ballot is verified is that vote counted.
When you see the unofficial results on election night, they will not have any of the provisional ballots that were cast either in the lead up to it or on election day. There is certainly a misnomer that's out there that provisional ballots aren't counted or they're only counted in close races. That is not the case. And generally, about 90% of provisional ballots ultimately are counted and added to the certified results.
Now, only 2 states don't have provisional ballots, Idaho and Minnesota. Here's something you may not know. If you show up to vote electronically and for some reason you don't want to, you can request a paper ballot from a poll worker. Also, if you want to change your vote before you file it, you are allowed to request another ballot. Back to you.